about halfway through the season, Smitty. At this point, how much can teams really improve?
I think if you have younger guys, you start to see those guys develop. Then also if you have a lot of new guys, you see the chemistry start to form. And then a lot of times you can improve when you have guys coming back from injuries. A lot goes into a season. It's a roller coaster kind of effect, but it's good when you start to see teams put it together at the halfway point.
All about managing time, managing games, and injuries.
You're so true.
Ready, gentlemen? Ready?
So the Lakers win the tip. And now the Lakers starting group. Inside, we've got Kuzma and McGee. Reggie Bullock is out there with Ingram. And it's LeBron in at the 3 slot. Here's Ingram. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet. Ingram's got the first points up on the board for Los Angeles. Conley against Ingram. Now here's Conley. He's guarded closely. Here's Jackson. And it's Ingram with the rebound. Passes it to Bullock. Lets it go with a 3. Grizzlies with the rebound. Outside Conley. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Holiday against LeBron. Now here's Ingram. Defense is right there. That one goes. Count it.
Gotta see Ingram get going down low. Just another dimension of his game that he continues to develop.
Conley kicks to Bradley. Back to Conley. Just 5 on the clock. From deep. And it's LeBron James with the rebound. The Lakers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Bullock dishes to Ingram. Over Conley. Off the left rim and out.
He's a little uncomfortable in that in-between area, and the defense plays him that way.
The shot by Holiday, no good. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Kuzma kicks to Ingram. Over Conley, and that one's good. Ingram's got 6. The Grizzlies have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Pass to Jackson. Six to shoot. Can they get it? And that one is off. So the Lakers will take it the other way.
This is the opposite of how they wanted to start this game. 0 for 4 already.
Love how Ingram toys with the opposition, drawing contact very easily on these kinds of attempts.
It's his first trip to the line.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Ingram.
And Ingram, the former Blue Devil, an extraordinary player who only promises to get better.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
And it's a tough game to lose. I mean, they actually put up a pretty solid effort, I thought. But when you're battling for a road win, even when you play hard, nothing's guaranteed.
You always want to try to steal as many games away from home as you can. They just came up short there.
A moment here to look at some numbers for Mike Conley. He's averaging 20 points, 6 assists, and 3 rebounds. And he has been passing the ball like a virtuoso. That's what really stands out about these recent performances.
You know, mentally, he's a pass-first type of player. It gets everyone involved and engaged, and that really sparks this offense.
And Bradley gets it to go.
And the lid comes off the basket after 4 straight misses. They finally get one. Avery Bradley, a 6'2" combo guard. Not a bad ball handler, but he gets most of his shots by cutting without the ball.
Back to Ingram. Shot clock at 6. Taken away by Holiday. Over in the corner, Conley. Nailed from three-point land. Conley's got himself on the board with 3 there. Well, and as they will tell you, Avery Bradley, one of the best cutters in the league. And you know what, Smitty? He cuts hard.
And a true professional. He sets a good example. His teammates see how he gets after it. And with his speed, tough to stay with him.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
Los Angeles shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Kuzma. And what a draft day steal for the Lakers, who were able to get Kyle Kuzma, who had been drafted 27th overall.
Yeah, Kuzma came into the league far more polished than anyone expected, and you have to credit the young man's hard work and how he was able to make such a big splash that rookie year. And with how hard he works, Kuzma is going to be an impactful player in this league for a long time.
Conley finds Jackson. Here's Rab, guarded by McGee. Rab, the pass to Holiday. The Lakers with the rebound.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
And also protecting the rim at all costs. I love the anticipation to affect the shot.
Outside Conley. Five on the clock. And again, it's Memphis with the 3.
A very capable shooter from long range. The threat of Conley's quickness gives him space to get it off.
Ingram kicks to LeBron. And James throws it down.
And it was the screen there, guys, that freed him up as he ran his man into it.
And then it was all acceleration, GA, to the bucket right after that.
That was just a textbook pick that allowed him room, and he took advantage of it.
Jackson dishes to Bradley. And a miss there on the triple.
If you're trying to keep the defense honest, that's the one you really have to make.
Bullock kicks to LeBron. And the 3 off target. The Grizzlies trail by 4. Holiday with the 3. And it's Ingram with the rebound. Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. James in the post, guarded by Holiday. Here's McGee. Count it, good.
It was clear that the defender wanted no part of that play after he exploded towards the bucket.
Conley kicks to Jackson. Back to Conley. And James pulls it down. LeBron's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Now here's Bullock, guarded by Bradley. And here's Ingram from the arc. Score the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Kuzma against Bradley. Holiday with the three. That one no good. And the Lakers going the other way now. To the inside. James, no good.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Conley finds Jackson. Here's Rab, covered by LeBron. Over in the corner, Conley. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. And another miss by Memphis.
Trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but thus far, not working.
You know what? At some point, you have to decide. Do you keep pressing the issue, or do you focus on setting up others?
The pass to Kuzma. LeBron against Holiday. From deep. And it's Ingram missing.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Holiday looking over the floor. Outside Bradley. Shoots over Bullock. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
Explosive athlete, Bradley challenges the interior of this defense, showing versatility on the offensive end.
Kuzma with it, and Holiday picks him up defensively. That one goes in. LeBron's got his second bucket.
This is what it means to be a catalyst. His offense helps set the tone for a lot of what they do.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. More and more teams are emphasizing the transition game, Steve. What do you think it takes to be successful at that?
No, I think it comes down in a transition game if you have players, not just the point guard or the guy assigned to handling the basketball the most. When you have a lot of unselfish players, and what I mean by that is not a lot of guys can pass. You'd love to have that, Kevin, but also guys that will run and understand they won't get the bucket, but because they run and take a defender, that they allow a driving lane for their teammate to be able to score.
Parsons passes to Valanciunas. Rebound by Muscala.
Allowing no space for the shooter to get comfortable. Just terrific defense.
What I love is he takes the right angle, affects the shot without fouling.
Parsons looking it over. To the paint. Valanciunas inside. He's covered by Muscala.
Gotta love the big man Valanciunas fighting for that extra chance, and he was rewarded for his effort.
Rondo kicks to James. Over Miles. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. LeBron's got 6.
You can see there the defender allows himself to get picked.
You know, it's all about effort. Sometimes you're going to get hit on hard screens. You just have to fight through them.
To the paint. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
Well, you leave a guy that open with Parsons on the floor, and you know he's going to find him.
Lakers leading by 7. Rondo passes to Kuzma. And the rejection by Valanciunas. And they'll keep possession. 6 on the shot clock. And Caldwell Pope gets the basket.
You know, just a smooth customer off that pick and roll. KCP making a quick assessment and decides to take it for himself.
Conley with it. He's picked up by Rondo. Miles, that's good.
And there's where if you get some room, you kind of have to take that shot to keep the defense honest.
Rondo finds Caldwell Pope. Right side, Rondo. Pass to LeBron. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. That's good from Caldwell Pope on the assist by James. He's got 5.
You just love LeBron's patience. Scanning the floor, delivers the basketball on point and on time.
And Wright kicks to Conley. There's the triple. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
Early in this quarter, he's been aggressive and selective with his shots. Tremendous efficiency.
Passes it to LeBron. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
What is there to say about LeBron that hasn't been said? One of the all-time greats who can completely carry a team.
Lakers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good, James. Caboclo, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. And the Lakers also making a switch. Hart's checked in. And both free throws good for James.
Yeah, drawing fouls and making them pay at the line.
The Grizzlies trail by 8. Now, Wright. No points in the game yet for him. Now, here's Miles. He's tightly guarded. And another basket for Memphis. 58 seconds left in the first quarter. Miles against LeBron. And the rejection by Valanciunas.
Valanciunas, he's got that long wingspan. You saw it right there on that play.
It's Miles on the wing. He has 5. Wright with it. He's picked up by Rondo. Shot clock at 5. From deep, Miles. A rebound by the Lakers. James has got 5 rebounds tonight.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Hart the pass to James. He kicks to Muscala. And again, the Lakers no good. Now, here's Miles. Parsons for 3. And the last second attempt doesn't fall.
Smothering defense by LeBron James, using his size and quickness to affect the shot.
Brandon Ingram. He's been the guy making things happen for Los Angeles. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. And we'll be right back after this. Mike Conley, one of the best players never to play in an All-Star game, and he says he's tired of the underrated label.
The underrated Mike Conley thing has been out the window for me for a while, and it's gotten a little frustrating because I felt like I've been deserving of it over the years, but it's so hard to crack that spot in the Western Conference, and I'm going to keep working, and hopefully this will be the year.
And as he said, in the West, so many great guards.
And he's been a part of some winning teams, certainly has been in the conversation. He'll just have to be content with that max contract.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And taking a look at the Lakers' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing in the game?
Aggressive rebounding in that first quarter. That's what's given them the advantage.
Control the boards, and you control the flow of the game.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. Muscala is out there with LeBron James. And it's Rajon Rondo. Then it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Hart in a shooting guard. Muscala. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Boy, Rondo's a handful in pick-and-roll sets. Always finds the right angle. With Rajon Rondo, you have to admire his creativity on the floor. Just sees the game and court in ways others don't. When he's focused, he can take over a game with his ball movement.
From deep, Miles. It doesn't go for him. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Caldwell-Pope against Miles. Baseline jumper. James, no good. And with Rondo, it's still rare to see someone who impacts the game the way he does.
You know, Rondo can be a factor in about 5 different ways and never shoot the ball. His rebounding, passing, defense are all plus. Can't do it quite as often now at his age, but when he turns back the clock, it is fun to watch.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Kyle Kuzma had a tough upbringing in Flint, Michigan. He said they had the recession, lead in the water. It was like an urban war zone. We probably moved 14 times before I was 16. Basketball was my key, and his drive to succeed in the NBA was born of a desire to escape that environment. Kevin?
A tremendous work ethic, David. Thank you. Wright against Rondo. And Wright kicks to Caboclo. Shot is good, and the Los Angeles leads cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Valanciunas.
That's where Valanciunas is a handful, inside and on the block.
Pass to Muscala. Rondo against Wright. Rondo's shot is off.
In over his head on the layup attempt there. Too much defensive pressure.
Wright dishes to Valanciunas. Back to Wright. The pass to Miles. Offline with his three.
In this first half, he has really fallen in love with the three. So far, not paying dividends.
Looking at the last game for the Lakers, it was a loss to the Pelicans in New Orleans.
You know, they're the visiting team. It's a loud arena, very distracting at times, but simply no excuse for missing a ton of free throws.
You know what? The issue that night, the misses became contagious, and the guys lost more and more confidence as it went along.
Here's Caboclo. Hits it from three-point range. Now just a 1-point Laker lead. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Rondo kicks to James. Valanciunas grabs the board. Valanciunas has got his 4th rebound in this one.
He is really forcing things now. Doesn't have to do it because his teammates are picking up the slack.
Wright against James. Valanciunas finds Wright. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. And here's Caldwell Pope. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
Yeah, and their last time out against this club, turnovers really did them in. Just way too many mistakes.
A combination of unforced errors and just poor decision making. They need to be much better in that aspect of the game this time around.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good, James. Well, Steve, when it comes down to how this country is developing young players at the amateur level, do you feel winning is overemphasized in relation to individual skill development?
Yeah, I mean, great question, Kevin. I think in youth basketball right now, youth sports, I think so much now is individually rating individual players that are playing a team sports. I want to see more of rating the team. And I think also guys getting a chance to understand winning is important. A lot of these tournaments, you play 3 or 4 games a day, and it's not so much about winning. I think it has to come down to win or go home. I love that for youth basketball, and then I also love that you're just getting better. And I would love for some of these youth coaches to move these players around. There's a player right now that might be playing the center spot, but let him try to play the guard spot. I think you've got to find a way to do that and talk about winning as a team versus individuals.
Smart stuff. Ingram against Wright. That's tipped and stolen by Wright. Fast break, Memphis. On the wing, Jackson. Memphis the rebound. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Hard-nosed guy. Avery plays with no fear. Nice job of drawing contact.
The Grizzlies shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. That free throw good from Avery Bradley.
Well, you talk about the lockdown individual defenders in this league. Don't forget about Avery Bradley. That's been his calling card from the moment he set foot in the league.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Conley's checked in. He doesn't get the second one. And Greg, for Bradley, there's some disconnect as far as his defensive impact. You know, the numbers guys will say it doesn't quite match up to his reputation.
Yeah, I mean, more impactful as an on-ball defender than he is as, say, a help defender. Probably a little undersized for an off guard, but his commitment, no doubt, is off the charts.
For Los Angeles, they have been at their finest form at the free throw line tonight. 8 attempts, 8 makes.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
Shot.
On the free throw, no good. The Grizzlies trail by 4. Holiday with it, now guarded by Ingram. And Holiday kicks to Conley. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And Hart has it in the corner. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. And the Grizzlies shooting 34% from the field. That's not going to get it done. Outside Holiday. And no good. And it's the Lakers the other way. And it's Bullock in the corner. And the 3 ball is good. Bullock's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
This is what these perimeter plays are designed to produce. Quality looks for spot-on shooters.
Now a timeout called by Memphis.
And this is what you got to do. I mean, if it ain't working, call timeout, try to figure out what you can do to fix the problem.
You know, also, it's just a chance to take a breath, regroup, get your mind set, and come back out fresh.
Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Josh Hart.
And let's look at the numbers here for Brandon Ingram. The last 10 games, he has been on a heck of a run. Right around 21 points per, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. And I'm not sure he can play any better than he has. I mean, surprising a lot of people with his play here of late.
Therein lies the question. Has he reached a new level in his game, or is this just a hot streak that'll eventually cool down? We'll see.
Bradley against Kuzma. The 3. That one's in there. The Lakers lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Bradley.
For a guy who's much more natural shooting the long 2, Bradley's worked hard to increase his range.
Pass to Bullock. Kicks to Ingram. Back to Bullock. Shoots over Bradley. And it's Bullock missing. It's a close game here in Memphis. Feeds to Bradley. Bullock with the rebound. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Ingram. The rebound by Rab. Rab's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Back to Bradley. He dishes it to Conley. Passes to Holiday. Puts up a three. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
Conley against Ingram. Bullock passes to Ingram. And again, the Lakers no good. The Grizzlies shooting 31% in the second. Some poor shot selection for them in this quarter. Conley gets the bucket.
I like what he's given them tonight. Efficient offense that's helped fuel this lead.
Bullock kicks to LeBron. Over Jackson. And that one's good. James. James has got 14.
I'll tell you, trying to guard LeBron, it's easy to get frustrated. And it's been that way all night.
Conley dishes to Bradley. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
If you're going in amongst the trees, you have got to be aggressive.
Especially at that kind of height disadvantage. You're looking to score the ball or at least draw the foul.
He's made one and missed one so far in the game.
Yeah, he's averaging 80% from the line, and he has been as steady as they come at the strike.
That free throw good from Bradley. Smitty, you had an unbelievable career. Was there any chance or opportunity that you did not take that you wish you had?
You know, Kevin, is three of them. One, I had a chance to be traded to the New York Knicks. I always wondered what it would be like to play in New York. They call that the Mecca. I didn't take that chance. I think second was to get a chance to play overseas at the end of my career. I think those are the two things that I wish I had a chance to go back. I would make a different choices.
Ingram against Conley. The tray. They get it again. LA's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. The shot's good from Kuzma. And the Grizzlies with possession here. Trailing by 2. Conley kicks to Bradley. Pass to Rab. Out left to the wing. Knocks down the three ball. Holiday's got 6 in the quarter.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
The pass to Kuzma. Knocked away. Dishes it to LeBron. Fires the three. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. In the corner, Bradley with it. Off target with his three. The Lakers shooting 43% from the floor. To the middle, here's James. Ingram passes to LeBron. Up top, Kuzma. Over Holiday. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Kuzma's got 6 points. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Yeah, and you look at the lead changes, 6 already.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
A tremendous floor leader. Amazing that Conley's only averaged around 6 assists a game for his career.
For Memphis, they have shot 2 of 3 from the free throw line tonight.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
First one falls for him. Steve, you're talking about Conley, a guy who gives you much more than what you see on the stat sheet.
What he does, he controls the pace, the rhythm, understands how to manage the game, and he does it all with great efficiency.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Muscala, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope comes in for Reggie Bullock. Rajon Rondo subbed in for James. And so Mike Conley nails both of them.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Rondo kicks to Ingram. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. 13 points in the game. Guys, what a wild first half this has been.
Wow, back and forth start, that's for sure.
And it's Conley with the ball for the Grizzlies. They trail by 1. Bradley deciding where to go with it. Holiday inside the line. No good off the back of the rim. Los Angeles has gotten into trouble with the 3-ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. And it's Ingram missing.
This is a problem for him. Inconsistent from the mid-range.
Bradley against Caldwell Pope. Bradley finds Conley. Back to Bradley. The 3. It's good. At that basket, he's now 5 for 9.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
Pass to Kuzma. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
This is his second trip to the free throw line. Looking at who's out there now for the Grizzlies. Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Von Rapp. Parsons comes in for Jackson. And it's Caboclo in for Justin Holiday. Here is Conley. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Cleveland.
And he did great work on the defensive end, too, with 3 steals on the night.
Inside, and it's blocked. Caldwell Pope passes to Kuzma. Knocked loose. It's stolen by Valanciunas. Conley against Rondo. Conley scanning the floor. No good with the layup.
Boy, he blew an easy layup, and he is furious with himself.
And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Los Angeles Lakers. Scoring, rebounding, he was all over the place during that quarter. They are riding his performance right now. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks a lot. LeBron, are you getting the ball where you want to get it, and is that helping you score?
I'm very pleased with my individual performance right now, but not so pleased with how I'm trying to help our teammates. I got to do a better job of trying to get our teammates in the flow, as well as keep myself in a good groove too. So hopefully I can do a better job of that in the second half.
We'll see how it goes. Thanks, LeBron. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Tremendous first half. Glad to have you back. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. It was all about the Lakers as the game got going. They launched into a 6-0 run with an impressive effort on both ends of the floor. They ended up leading by 6 at the end of the first quarter. Then in the second quarter, they cooled down just a bit, giving away some of their advantage, but still finished up 1 at the half. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
Well, they've gotten to the line tonight a lot. Basically, they're saying, I'm going to take it to you. And the only way you can stop me is to foul me. But here's the thing. If you're afraid to sacrifice your body, you'll never pick up a lot of free throws. So great job in the first half.
Shaq, your take on Memphis.
They haven't shot the ball very well. Not nearly enough quality looks. Right now, this game could easily come down to shot selection and how they run their offense. They need to keep the ball moving and generate better looks.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. It's been a clinic out there by James.
And let's see what the defense counters with to try and control him here in the second half.
Well, you like to run more doubles at him, but the risk there opens up things for everybody else.
Conley out there with Avery Bradley. And there's Jackson, and it's Rhea in at the 5. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
LeBron, that's a 2-pointer, and good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. LeBron's got 18 points.
Yeah, the onslaught continues. He's been unstoppable now for a couple of nights.
The momentum is building, scoring in a bunch of ways. That's why his number keeps getting called.
Conley with the 3, and again it's Memphis with the 3.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
Passes it to Kuzma. Throws it up high. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Rab's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Bradley dishes to Conley. Some solid defense from Ingram. The Lakers trail. Here's Kuzma. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And we'll examine here how the distribution has been between 3-pointers and 2-pointers tonight for Memphis.
And the distribution there showing a lot of three-point attempts. And not that it's a bad thing, but we'll see if they can continue at this rate.
And the first one drops. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And so Conley will bring the ball up for the Memphis Grizzlies. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Here's Jackson. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. McGee's got his 4th rebound in this one. Now here's Bullock. Over by Conley. And again, the Lakers no good. Grizzlies have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. The feed to Holiday. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Justin Holiday, the older brother of Drew Holiday, stints in the G League and abroad, but Greg, he has solidified himself as an NBA player.
Yeah, standing at 6'7" with that 7-foot wingspan. Every team in the league wants long, versatile wings with shooting, and this young man fits the bill.
Two shots.
That's good from Holiday. And Justin Holiday, a long-arm defender, Smitty, and the brother of All-Star Drew Holiday.
Kevin had his first consistent playing time with the Warriors title team in 2015. A 3-and-D player, still developing offensively.
Both free throws good from Holiday. Here's LeBron. He's got 18. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
LeBron's explosiveness right there. If you're not a step early, you're probably going to foul him.
And this is his 4th trip to the free throw line tonight. And the first one at the line is good. both free throws good for LeBron.
And the free throw shooting has been excellent tonight. And how often do we get to say that?
Outside Conley. Pass to Rab. Kicks it out to Bradley. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Count it. Bradley's got the lead up to 2 now for the Grizzlies.
Bradley has some long strides, eats up ground in a hurry.
The pass to Bullock. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Here's James. Misses off the left iron.
You know, coming out of the half, you want to set the tone for the rest of the game. But going 1 for 4 is the wrong way to do it.
And defensively, these guys are looking for answers. Since halftime, they've seemed disjointed and out of sync. They have got to get back that rhythm defensively.
Here's Bullock. Yep, it counts. Bullock's got 5 now.
Creating a size mismatch in close, that's the kind of thing you're working for.
Conley with it. He's got 16. Left side, Bradley. That shot missing, so Los Angeles will take it the other way. In the corner, it's James. Grizzlies with the rebound.
No one near him. That's one he's got to hit. One he usually hits.
Bradley kicks to Jackson. Ingram against Conley. Pass to Holiday. Off target from three-point range. The Lakers have gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. Up top, Kuzma, guarded by Jackson. Kuzma passes to LeBron. And it's Bullock in the corner. And McGee kicks to Kuzma. Ingram against Holiday, and it's a defensive 3-second violation. Some changes for Memphis. C.J. Miles, he's checked in for Justin Holiday, and it's DeLon Wright in for Avery Bradley. The Lakers also with a sub. Josh Hart, he's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. Grizzlies on defense. They lead by 1. The shot's good from McGee. And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail biter.
And Miles kicks to Jackson. Passes to Rab. Ingram against Conley. Bullock with the rebound. Bullock's got his 5th rebound in this one. Down low. Stolen by Jackson. Here is Miles. He has 5. Conley kicks to Miles, and they call an illegal screen here. Let's use this break in the action to show you the teams that in the last 10 games have been the NBA's best fast break teams. The Lakers in 5th.
I mean, tough to maintain this kind of pace over an entire season. But let me tell you, they are really running right now.
Ingram outside. Pass to Bullock. There's the 3. And finished off by LeBron.
Poor job defensively, failing to box out LeBron. You know he's going to find a way to stay active.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. You look at James, what a contribution.
And he has absolutely worn them out in the paint. They need to come up with a plan to limit his touches in the interior.
Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Ivan Ram. Mike Muscala is checked in for the Lakers. Rondo comes in for Reggie Bullock. Right side. He kicks to Valanciunas. Conley against Rondo. 6 to shoot to stop the run. And it's Ingram with the rebound.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
James with the bucket.
Willing to do whatever it takes to win, LeBron sacrificed his body on a nightly basis.
There's the pass to Miles. Offensive rebound. Valanciunas. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Now let's take a quick look at the numbers for Wright. He's averaging 7 points a game, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. And the numbers won't wow you, but I like the effort he brings to the table each and every night.
You need guys who understand their roles, carry them out without complaint. Everything he does is for the team.
And he can't get the first one.
The 5th overall pick in the draft back in 2011, Valanciunas has added wrinkles to his game every year since.
Caboclo, he's checked in for Memphis. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Caldwell Pope's checked in. And he sinks the second. And here's the Lakers. They're on a 9-1 run right now. The drive by Rondo. James finds Rondo. No good off the front iron. The Grizzlies trail by 4. And here's Miles. 5 points in the game. Right side. Pass to Valanciunas. And another miss by Memphis. And so James will bring it up for the Lakers. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Rondo kicks to Caldwell Pope. There's the 3. It's rebounded by Memphis. To the wing right side. Back to Wright. Right side Jackson. And the dunk by Wright.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Rondo passes to Caldwell Pope. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
And Caldwell Pope, the Georgia product, when he's on the floor, it's for his defense. Can give you a handful of points, but what he takes away with defense is far more significant. One of the better perimeter defenders since entering the league.
And he makes the first. And with Caldwell Pope in his defense, he can guard any type of perimeter player.
Yeah, I mean, he has the long arms to bother small forwards and fast feet to stay with point guards. Really gives the lineup a lot of options in terms of matchups when he's on the floor. Great instincts on defense and is very hard to shake as he'll hound you through screen.
And Caldwell Pope drops them both.
Yeah, much improved foul shooter. KCP also starting to get to the line at a higher rate.
Wright with it. He's picked up by Rondo. And here's Miles outside. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Miles has got 8. The Lakers in the lead. Rondo finds Caldwell Pope. Right side Rondo. Inside. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Obviously, Rondo's main priority is to dish the rock. When you're open, he'll get it to you.
For Memphis, they've gone 6 of 14 since halftime. A little cold from the field. Parsons against James. Back to Valanciunas. Here's Caboclo. Uses the glass to finish the layup. He has 5.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
James looking around. Kicks it to Muscala. Caldwell Pope on the wing. He's got 7. Memphis trailing here. Here's Caboclo. Wright dishes to Parsons. 6 on the shot clock. For the lead. No good there. And the Lakers take it the other way. Passes it to Hart. Shoots from the corner. And Valanciunas pulls it down. Valanciunas has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Here's Miles. And the layup's good off the glass. Miles has got 5 points now this quarter. A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
James, the bounce pass. Miles against Caldwell Pope. James in the post. 24 points for him. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
And Wright kicks to Parsons. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That's on LeBron James.
And Chandler Parsons, a player who's just had some bad luck with injury. You think back to when he was at full health and how impactful of a player he was. Still working to get back to that level, but it's been a long journey for Parsons.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
He's off on the first. And with Parsons, it wasn't that long ago he was a top small forward with his scoring and playmaking.
You know, at one time thought to be the ideal small forward, you know, to give you a little bit of everything on the floor, could get to the rim, could stretch it with the perimeter shooting, and a solid defender. His outside shooting, I think, still there, but the burst that allowed him to get good looks is something injuries may have taken away.
And you can see that even though he ties the game up, disappointed he couldn't give him the lead.
Caldwell Pope against Bradley. Here's Hart. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Fires the 3. It's good from long range. And the Lakers lead by 3.
I mean, just a good shooter taking what the defense allows. Finds some space out beyond the arc.
To the inside, Valanciunas. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
Love the flush there from Valanciunas, leaving no doubt on that play.
Rondo passes to Caldwell Pope. 59 seconds left in the third quarter. And there's the defensive 3-second call. He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. And so he hits the technical free throw.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
And the Grizzlies with some changes. Yvonne Rabb comes in for Parsons, and Justin Holiday subbed in for Caboclo. That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. Memphis has gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Here's Bradley. That shot off. Caldwell Pope with some nice D. Kuzma kicks to Rondo. 35 seconds left in the third quarter. Hart the pass to Muscala, and it's Rondo in the corner and out of bounds as the Grizzlies gain possession. 29 seconds left in the third. Holiday, the pass to Rab. They get a hand on it. And now it's Rondo running all the way. Here he goes. Hart, that's good. Hart's got 5 points in the quarter.
And he runs the floor with a purpose that time. Excellent play.
You know what? And a late reaction by the transition D takes it himself uncontested.
Wright finds Valanciunas. Back to Wright. His three-pointer's off the mark. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Los Angeles Lakers. He's up to 26 points in the game now. Just keeps pouring in the buckets. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Taking a look at the Lakers. Rondo and Caldwell Pope in the backcourt. Muscala is out there with Kyle Kuzma, and it's Hart in at the small forward position. Muscala misses. The Grizzlies trail by 4. Outside Bradley. Pass to Conley. Shot clock at 6. Fires the 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. Conley's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for Memphis. Now Kuzma. Caldwell Pope feeling it out a bit. And the pass to Hart. Three-pointer. Grizzlies with the rebound. Rab's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Holiday inside the line, and that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got 3 assists now in this one. And so it's Rondo bringing it up for the Lakers. And the Lakers call time here. You look at Michael Conley, what a contribution.
Yeah, they're going to have to find a way to run him off his spots out there. He is rolling.
And some changes here for the Lakers. JaVale McGee's checked in for Mike Muscala. Brandon Ingram comes in for Josh Hart. And it's Reggie Bullock in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, I listened in on what Luke Walton said to his team. He is not happy with the perimeter defense. He said, guys, our three-point line is too lax, and they're getting wide-open shots. Got to get over screens and get on top of them and get them off the line. We'll see if they get the message, guys.
Here's Rab. Holiday left side. The Lakers with the rebound. McGee's got 6 rebounds in the game. Rondo bounce pass. Here's Kuzma, and there's another one for the Lakers.
Man, he's been on point, not forcing things, getting the most of his looks within the flow.
Bradley kicks to Conley. Back to Bradley. Trying to find Valanciunas. Gets it to him. Shoots over McGee. That one's in there. The Lakers' lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Valanciunas.
When Valanciunas is getting it to fall from there, the defense is in trouble.
Rondo passes to Ingram. He feeds it to McGee. And he lays in the alley-oop. And the Lakers lead by 3.
Oh, what a pass. And then he lays it in with the circus move.
So smooth. Down low. Bradley can't get it to go. LA's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Bullock. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Now it's a 5-point Laker lead.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Rondo against Conley. Back to Bradley. In the corner, it's Valanciunas. His 3-pointers off the mark. Lakers leading by 5. Ingram outside. He kicks it to Bullock. Misses the 3.
He just can't get it cranked up and beyond the arc. No threes in this half after just hitting 1 in the first.
Bradley finds Valanciunas, and it goes out of bounds. That one's off Bradley.
And right there, a little miscommunication on that pass.
And Memphis making a change here. Jackson's checked in. And here is Los Angeles now. They've allowed just 7 points here in the 4th quarter. Pass to Kuzma. From deep 3-point range. A rebound by Rab. Rab's got 11 rebounds in the game. It's Bradley on the wing. He's guarded by Bullock. No one near Conley as he lets it go. Offline with his 3.
And tonight, he just hasn't been efficient offensively. That's a big reason why they're behind.
Here's Rondo, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. And the Lakers lead by 7. Outside Conley. Trying to get something going. Rebound by JaVale McGee.
And they continue to control the glass.
Passes it to Rondo. Kicks it to Ingram. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
First free throw is good. LeBron's checked in for the Lakers. Both shots good from the stripe. The Grizzlies trail by 9. Bradley kicks to Holiday. Pass to Rab. Outside Conley. Memphis moving that ball around. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
That free throw missing.
They're not doing themselves any favors with their free throw shooting this half.
And the second free throw, good. Now here's Ingram. The dish now to Bullock. Now the pass to Ingram. 4 on the shot clock. Holiday with the block. And it's Memphis on the break. Outside Conley. Pass to Rab. He dishes it to Bradley. The Grizzlies with another miss.
Not in rhythm. He had the 2 triples in the first half, none so far in the second.
A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark.
You know, this is a time when you don't have to force anything. You're in command of this game.
Outside Conley. From deep. An absolute bomb from 3-point range. Conley's got 9 points here in the second half. Los Angeles leading by 5. Kuzma kicks to Bullock. Back to Kuzma. Six on the shot clock. Shot from the wing. It's rebounded by Memphis. Bradley drives in.
Yeah, watching Bradley, not sure exactly how to describe it. There's a quiet burst to the way he moves.
And you got to love just how smart of a point guard Mike Conley is. You never get the sense he is forcing anything with the ball and keeps it moving around to his teammates. Very aware of his spacing and the spacing of others while running that offense.
Loose shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
A lot to like about Avery Bradley's game. Terrific on-ball defender, solid spot-up shooter, and will get you some boards as well.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe.
That one miss was huge. He had a chance to turn this into a 1-possession game.
And Conley, who is so good with space and timing on offense, seems to always find a way to score inside.
I mean, he has that great floater to lean on for scoring. And the only thing you want from Conley is help. Has had a few too many injuries to ignore the last few seasons. This team is so visibly better when he is healthy and on the floor.
Beautiful job by Avery. Hits the roller in stride where he can do something with it.
Here's Kuzma. No good on the 3. And so Holiday will bring it up for the Grizzlies. Trailing by 4. And it's Bradley off the drive. Rab. LeBron grabs the miss. LeBron's got 15 rebounds here tonight. And McGee kicks to LeBron. And they double up LeBron. Passes it to Bullock. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on Avery Bradley. First free throw is good.
And no matter what, one of the big positives they can take away from this game is how well they performed at the line.
Valanciunas, he's checked in for Memphis. And he makes both free throws. The Grizzlies trail by 6. Conley with it. Pass to Valanciunas. Outside Conley. Kicks it out to Bradley. Lock at 6. And James pulls it down.
The open mid-range jump shot. He knows he has to hit that one.
Kuzma can't get it to go.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
And the pass to Valanciunas. Holiday against LeBron. The shot by Holiday, no good.
Yeah, the aggressive D inside leads to a missed opportunity there.
You know, he had terrific position, does a good job of affecting the shot without fouling.
And again, Memphis, no good.
It's been a frustrating quarter for him shooting the basketball. He just has to make sure he's taking good shots.
Holiday against LeBron. Good D by Holiday. The Grizzlies trail by 6. And here is Conley. He's off on that one. Good D by LeBron. Bullock kicks to James. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
The poise of LeBron. Little pump fake, gets the defender in the air. That's all she wrote.
2.
The first one falls. And he can't hit the second. The Grizzlies trail by 7. And Holiday kicks to Jackson. Valanciunas passes to Conley. No good on the 3. The Lakers shooting only 35% in the fourth quarter. The offense looking a little rickety. They get it back. Kicks it out to James. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Shot clock at 6. Back to Bullock. Puts up a 3. Grizzlies with the rebound. Jackson's got 7 rebounds in the game. Outside Bradley. Conley against Ingram. Conley finds Jackson. Here's Valanciunas. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. And that's 15 points for Valanciunas.
Huge bucket there from the big Lithuanian. Valanciunas is stepping up.
LeBron outside. And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there. The Grizzlies trail by 5. Here's Bradley. And the layup's good off the glass. Bradley's got 21.
And I like that call with the game heating up. Bradley's a dependable finisher.
Ingram kicks to James. Pass to McGee. Conley against Ingram. Holiday brings the double team down low. And out of bounds as Memphis gains possession.
And what a time to get sloppy. A close game like this, you cannot be getting loose with the ball.
And 1:01 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Conley against Ingram. They double team Conley outside Bradley. And it's Holiday at the elbow. Conley against Ingram. Conley's shot is off.
Coming out of halftime, he wanted to start strong, yet the opposite happened.
Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
Yvonne Rabs checked in for Jackson. He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Unable to get the second one.
And whatever play they run has to be quick.
And with time working against them, even if they make it, they need to foul right away.
So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5. So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
And as long as they can keep doing that kind of work at the foul line, this lead will be safe.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. They trail by 6. .23 seconds left to play here in the fourth. What's your take, guys?
And I'm not sure the 2-point bucket does much here. I think they got to go for 3.
They need to work on getting a clean, quality look from the perimeter here. That should be their focus.
A chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
Conley against Ingram. And Valanciunas kicks to Holiday. And here's Conley outside. Kuzma pulls it in. And that's an intentional foul.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. Timeout called. The Grizzlies. They're down by 6. 9 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And I'm not sure the 2-point bucket does much here. I think they got to go for 3.
They need to work on getting a clean, quality look from the perimeter here. That should be their focus.
Nine seconds left in the fourth. To the middle. Rab kicks to Valanciunas. The wide open look here for Holiday. Nails the tray.
And every set they're running looks like it's designed to produce a triple.
Interesting approach coming down the stretch. Looking to rack up points in chunks.
Timeout called. The Lakers. They're ahead by 3. Just 2 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
He drops the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 5-point game.
Those free throws are the nail in the coffin, guys.
And so Los Angeles takes the win. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, LeBron. The spotlight's on you all the time. How do you kind of put that to the side and deliver the kind of performance you did tonight?
I just want to try to lead my team the best way I could. Whatever I needed to do out on the floor, I tried to be there for them tonight. And, you know, I'm glad we was able to get this win.
Thanks very much, LeBron. Appreciate it. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Now, for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA here on 2K Sports. So long and good night, everyone.